Hello, and welcome to the MMA Mic Drop Podcast. My name is Jade Bunky, and I'm joined by the one and only MMA Milo, who is not only an emerging MMA analyst, but also one of the nation's top up-and-coming amateur surfers. In today's video, we're going to break down everything that's about to go down at UFC 317, Topuria versus Oliveira. Milo, this is International Fight Week. This is a massive card. I think it's absolutely stacked. There's good fights up and down the entire card, good prelims, great main event, great co-main event. 2 title fights. It has who I would consider the best fighter in the world when you're talking pound for pound, and that's Ilia Topuria. You have a fan favorite in Charles Oliveira. You have top prospects. How would you grade this card?
I'd give it an A minus. The reason I'd give it an A minus, like not like an A, is because like the earlier fights are like kind of weak, but the rest is really good.
I know you're not. I remember you mentioned you were not too excited about the first the two newcomers, right? Yeah, I think they have some entertainment value. One of them might be pretty good, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. I would give it an A. The only thing that's keeping it from an A plus to me is, given that it's International Fight Week, I would like to have seen one more major fight. Like if there was a Sarukian versus Gaethje as the featured bout, I mean, that takes it over the top. That's an A plus. But with that said, each fight is really good, very interesting, very entertaining. I think this fight card is going to absolutely deliver. So let's get into the predictions. And first off, let's look at the odds. I believe Topuria is a minus 320. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's a bit much because, like, when you're going against a guy like Charles Oliveira, he can easily, not easily, but, like, he's the type of guy that will submit you. So, like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I would not bet on that fight. Like, that's a dangerous fight because anything could happen.
Yeah, unless you're taking Oliveira. Yeah, I mean, Oliveira, I mean, you mentioned he has more subs in UFC history than anybody, right? He is an absolute beast. He's one of the all-time greats. He's a former champ. And when you look at Topuria, though, Topuria brings something so different than any other fighter. He's so well-rounded. He's so complete. He has devastating power. And what's interesting about him is he's finished Volk. He's finished Holloway back to back. So let me ask you, if Topuria finishes Oliveira, where does he rank all time? Because think about that. Many people would consider either Volkanovski or Holloway the best featherweight in history, right? Or they're 1 and 2, right? And he just finished both of them back to back. And it's not like Volkanovski was washed, which I thought he was, but he wasn't, because he came back and won the title just in his last fight.
Yeah.
And what happens if he beats Oliveira and finishes Oliveira? Where would you have to put him in an all-time ranking?
Like he has 2 probably the greatest back-to-back wins of all time with McIntyre, Holloway, and Volkanovski. If he finishes Oliveira, I would say he's top 5 just like that.
Yeah, because it's not the duration. It's not always how long you hold the belt, and he's not eking out decisions or close fights. He's absolutely annihilating people. He finished Holloway, finished Volkanovski. He destroyed Josh Emmett. He destroyed Bryce Mitchell. He's looked dominant. And if he does this to Charles Oliveira, I might have to agree with you, right? His resume might be short in terms of how many fights he's had, but what he's doing is absolutely remarkable. Now, I agree with you. I do not think he should be a 320 favorite against Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira is as dangerous as it gets, and if he gets top position at some point, particularly early on in the fight when both guys are dry, I mean, he could get a sub. I mean, this is Charles freaking Oliveira. With that said, the problem with Oliveira against a fighter like Topuria is that Charles Oliveira keeps his head up a little too high. He gets hit in most of his fights, and usually he's able to rebound. He's usually rebound from it. But I don't think he's going to be able to rebound from a clean shot by Topuria. Max Holloway wasn't able to do it. Volk, couldn't do it. And I don't think Oliveira would be able to do it. I think Topuria is going to get it done. I think it's going to be by TKO. Give me Topuria by 3rd round TKO. What do you think, Milo?
I'm going to agree with you on that. I'm going to say Ilia Topuria by 1st round knockout.
You think it's going to be 1st round, really? Do you think Oliveira just gets hit too much?
Yeah, I think he's not going to be able to just stand there and get hit like he normally does. think they'll knock him out.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, and let me say this: even though we're both predicting finishes, I do think it could go the other way given certain
Yeah.
circumstances. And this is a remarkable fight. I mean, this is like, this is as it's one of the best fights I think the UFC could make. A lot of people were disappointed that it wasn't Topuria versus Islam. For some reason, I actually like this fight better. And just a couple more considerations. Charles Oliveira is 35, so that can play a role. But then again, Charles Oliveira is naturally the bigger person as well. So not that Topuria is going to be small, in his new weight class, but it is something to think about. But yeah, all right, there you go. We have both of us TKO for Topuria. Moving up down to the co-main event, Alexandre Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. Pantoja is 35 years old, I believe, right now. He has been a pretty dominant champ. He has some pretty good power. He's a great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. Kai Kara France, he has good movement, really fast hands, really good power. We saw that against the Steve Ursek fight. This is a really good co-main event, and it's going to come down to, I think, has Pantoja slipped at all given his age? If he has, you might give somebody like Kai Kara France the edge. And I'm a little torn on this. I think Kai Kara France is going to catch him in the 4th round. Give me Kai Kara France by TKO. What do you think?
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna go Pantoja by decision, just like a dominant decision.
And you know what? I kind of agree with you, but it kind of makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
I am torn, but yeah. All right, I got Kai Kara France. Before that, we have Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. What do you think is going to happen here?
I think Moicano's gonna just. I think I'm gonna go Moicano by decision.
Yeah, I think Moicano has a more complete game. I mean, look, Beneil Dariush is an elite level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, but Moicano is exceptional on the ground as well. I think his stand-up is a little bit better. And even though he's coming off a dominant loss to Islam Makhachev,
did he lose?
I think the same thing would have happened to Beneil Dariush. What's that?
Did he lose to Charles Oliveira? He lost back-to-back, right?
Wait, did he lose to Charles Oliveira?
Beneil Dariush.
Yeah, he lost to Charles Oliveira. Wasn't that a couple years ago, though? I think
so he hasn't fought a lot since, right? It's like his first fight.
Oh, let me look at this. Let me see.
He fought Arman Tsarukyan in 2023. That was his last fight.
Oh wow. Okay, so he's been on a bit of a layoff. Oh yeah, you're right. It is back to back. I didn't realize it was back to back because he came off that impressive win against Gamrot, and then he has 2 back-to-back losses. I remember the Oliveira one, but yeah, that's right. Tsarukyan too. And he's 36 years old. I think Moicano, let me check. I think he's 36 years old as well. Oh yeah, so both guys 36. I mean, this is a good matchup. It's an interesting matchup. This is where I would have rather had like a Gaethje versus Tsarukyan, right? Yeah. 2 guys that still have a chance for a title. Neither of these guys are, ever going to win a title. They're legit top 10 guys. It is a great matchup. And what's interesting is it wasn't too long ago that Moicano beat the hell out of Benoit Saint-Denis, right? So that's a little surprising that he's the underdog and Dariush hasn't fought in 2 years and is coming off back-to-back losses. That's surprising. I'm going to go with Moicano as well by decision. So yeah, there we go. 2 for Moicano. So next up, this is my favorite fight outside of the main event on the entire card. Sorry, I skipped a fight. I skipped a really big fight. I skipped the featured bout. Brandon Royval versus Joshua Van. Joshua Van, 14-2. Brandon Royval, 17-7. This is an exceptional matchup. Milo, tell me about this fight. What do you think? Tell me what you like about this fight.
This is my favorite fight on the card. But
really,
I think that Brandon Royval, I mean, he's looked good his last few fights. Even though he lost to Pantoja, he still looked really good. And Joshua Van's like a prospect, so like he'll be fun to watch. But I think Brandon Royval is gonna get it done by decision.
Yeah, I mean, this is a truly exceptional matchup. I mean, Joshua Van, some people are saying he's the best prospect in the UFC, and he's looked really good. He's only 23 years old. And he's looked exceptional, and he is the real deal. And there's, our friends at Sherdog are, saying he might be a future champ, so, he's highly regarded by the people who, know this business the best. And, with that said, though, Brandon Royval, I mean, both guys are really fast. He has the experience. He's been just right there. He's been in the title picture. I'm with you. I think Brandon Royval is going to get it done. And I think he's going to get it done by third round submission. So give me Royval by third round submission. All right. We already talked about Dariush versus Moicano. So let's move down to the opening bout. And I absolutely love this fight. And a few things may change on fight night, but the order that I'm getting right now is Payton Talbott versus Felipe Lima. This is my favorite. Payton Talbott, okay, he lost in his last fight, but I think he's still legit. I think he is a special talent. He lost to an older, seasoned veteran. That surprised me. I think it surprised most people. I think it's an aberration. I think he's learned from that. But Felipe Lima is no joke. He's another young guy. He's 14-1, but he's won 13 fights in a row. He's looked good in his first 2 fights in the UFC. This is a tough fight to pick. This is, both guys I think have a ton of upside. I think both guys are going to be legit top 10 guys. I think Talbott might be a top 5 guy. And give me Talbott by probably the most entertaining fight of the night, but give me Talbott by third round TKO. What do you think, Milo?
I think I want to actually disagree.
Mm.
Just because, well, you saw it happen when Talbot fought against the guy that had like just a little bit of grappling. Not, I think Felipe Lima has better grappling than the last guy he fought, and yeah, I think he's gonna submit him even third round submission.
Really? Wow. What round?
Round.
The prelim opener, Jack Hermanson versus Gregory Rodriguez. Great fight. Hermanson, he's been out for a while, or has he been out for a while? Seems like he's been out for a while, but he is 37 years old, but he is that savvy vet. We saw what he did to Joe Pyfer. He's, when you think about some of the old school MMA grapplers, not old school in terms of people with, one skill set or something, but just kind of those guys that know all the tricks in the book. This is Jack Hermanson. He's very crafty. He's very good. He's good everywhere. I think his grappling is absolutely exceptional. But so is Gregory Rodriguez. Gregory Rodriguez is a little bit bigger. He's a lot younger. And I think he has more power. If this fight was 1 year ago, I would go with Hermanson because I don't think Gregory Rodriguez is as good as I thought he was. I thought he had much bigger upside. And I am a little torn, but it's that 37 that bothers me. I'm going to go with Gregory Rodriguez by – God, he hits so hard. So I think if he gets it done, he's going to get it done by third round TKO. What do you think, Milo?
I agree with you. I'm going to go first round knockout for RoboCop.
Wow. Okay. First round knockout. Okay. RoboCop. Yeah. Wait, let me ask you, what do you think of his nickname? People love that nickname. I don't like it.
I don't really think it suits him, but I like it.
I think it's lame, right?
Yeah.
People love it, though. I don't get that. Yeah. All right. Before that, we're going to have Hyder Emil versus Jose Delgado. Emil is an undefeated fighter. He's looked good in the UFC. He's a little bit older. He came into the UFC, in his mid-30s. That's always a problem. But he's looked good in his first couple fights. And let me see. Yeah, Jose Delgado, he has one loss. I think that's early in his career. Yeah. Well, he hasn't lost. Oh, that was 2013. But he's had some fights from there. Since then, his debut was against Connor Matthews. Not really a high-level guy, but he absolutely smashed him. I think this is another really compelling fight, and give me Delgado by second round TKO. What do you think, Milo?
I'm going to agree with you, but I'm going to go Delgado by decision.
Gotcha. All right. Before that, we're going to have Vivian Araujo versus Tracy Cortez. Araujo 13-6, Cortez 11-2. And let me check the odds real quick on this. Cortez is what the heck? Okay, this is shocking. Araujo is a minus 660. That is insane. She's 37 years old. Tracy Cortez is actually really good. This is shocking. This is absolutely shocking. Check how old Vivian Araujo is. I think she's like 37, 38. I know she's coming off like an impressive win or surprising win. I got to check her age because this is.
Wait, I can check her.
Dude, she's 38. And she beat Crine Silva, who I thought was, like the real deal, and that was an impressive win. But dude, Tracy Cortez is good. Tracy Cortez has really fast hands. She has impressive wins. She beat Erin Blanchfield early in her career. She beat Jasmine Jazz Davicius, which has aged really well. This is absolutely shocking, and I'm actually going to take her to get it done. I'm going to take her. I'm going to take it. I believe she's going to outvolume her. She's going to throw more punches. She's going to be a little more elusive. And I think she's going to light her up on the feet. And I think Tracy Cortez, without controversy, a straightforward decision. I'm shocked by the odds. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm gonna go Tracy Cortez by decision.
Are you surprised as I am with these odds?
Yeah, I think for some reason mine are different, but yeah, if
Oh, what is your
mine
reason?
says plus 185 for Viviana Araujo and then minus 225 for Tracy Cortez for some reason. I might be wrong though.
Okay. No. You might. I'm wondering it because the -6. I'm at DraftKings right now,
Yeah,
and maybe I'm wrong because this does not make any sense whatsoever. There's no way.
you should bet on that.
Oh shoot. You know what? I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. So -250.
All right.
Okay. If you're just joining us right now, I probably just cut the entire section where I was going crazy about the -660 odds. That's not true. Tracy Cortez is the favorite, the -250 favorite. That makes sense because Tracy Cortez is going to get it done. She is going to outvolume her. She is going to out pace her. She's going to land the faster strikes, the better strikes, and give me Cortez by decision. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. So, okay, this makes more sense. Okay. And who do you said you have Cortez
Yes,
too?
I agree with you.
Okay. All right. Before that, we have Terrence McKinney versus Borshov, Slava Claus. Terrence McKinney is a -185. And I'm just looking, I want to make sure I was reading the right column. I think I may have been reading the wrong odds. Shoot, have I been reading the wrong odds? Hold on. I think I've been reading the wrong odds all along. So here's what we'll be doing. I've been looking at something else. We're going to go through. We're not going to do everything over, but what I am going to do is just at the end, I'll go through the odds real quickly. Yeah, sorry about that. I was reading the wrong odds. Okay, so let's see. So now we have Terrence McKinney. Terrence McKinney, I think, is the best first round fighter in the UFC. I think he's seen a third round once. I mean, he knocks people out, he gets knocked out, and he is going to knock the bleep out of Slava Claus. This, to me, is the easiest pick on the fight. I think the odds should be much bigger than -185. He is absolutely going to lamp Borshov. Give me Terrence McKinney by first round knockout.
I'm gonna go Borshov by decision.
By decision. Wow. Why?
Um,
Oh, is it because McKinney gasses after the first round?
yeah, and I feel like he's so inconsistent. Every single time I watch him fight, he either knocks the guy out or he gets smoked.
That's usually the game plan. So, all right, we have a split on that. So, I'm going to go quickly through these last three because I'm going to do all the odds at the end just to give you guys the accurate odds. Sarike Dumas versus Jackson McVeigh. Dumas, really good striker, really fast hands, absolutely terrible grappling. Even though has fast hands, his technique is a little suspect. And let's see, Jackson McVeigh. He's a newcomer to the UFC. We don't know how good he is. He's 6-0. He's finished all of his fights. He has, all by finish. And I just don't think Sarike Dumas belongs in the UFC. So give me McVeigh by third round TKO. What do you think?
I'm gonna go McVeigh by decision.
Okay. All right. Jonata Denise versus Alvin Hines. Denise 8-1. Alvin Hines 7-0. I think if I remember, Hines has some pretty good power. It's his debut, and these are the two fights that I know you're not too excited about. I don't think Denise is that good for a heavyweight. I think I'm curious about Hines. I'm not saying he's going to make a splash in the heavyweight division, but I think he's going to make a splash in this fight. Give me Hines by third round TKO. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll go Hines by third round TKO.
Okay, and then opening the card, Nico Price versus Jacoby Smith. Smith is a pretty good prospect. He's looked really good. He's undefeated. He's 10-0. And the problem with Nico Price is I think he's just washed. His chin is absolutely gone. We saw what happened, with his fight against Robbie Lawler. He's just not the same guy anymore. And because of that, I think Jacoby Smith is going to smash him, knock him out in the first round. Jacoby Smith by first round knockout.
I agree. I think I'm gonna go Jacoby Smith by first round knockout.
All right, so let me go back over the odds real quickly. I'm going to give you the accurate odds for every fight. My apologies. I was reading the wrong thing here. So Topuria minus 440, which again is absolutely insane. Charles Oliveira plus 340. Pantoja minus 245. Kai Kara France is a plus 200. That could be interesting. I think that's still a fair line, but that can be interesting. Renato Moicano. See, this makes more sense. He's the minus 122 favorite, and that's what I'd expect. Dariush plus 102. Joshua Van minus 120. Brandon Royval plus 100. That does surprise me. I'm still taking Royval. Payton Talbott. Now, this is what's crazy. Felipe Lima is the favorite. He is minus 205. Payton Talbott is 170. And I think that is a mistake because I think people are putting way too much weight on Talbott's last loss. I do think he's legit. Rodriguez is a minus 205 favorite. Hermanson plus 170. That is about right because, given Rodriguez's age and so forth, but I think it should probably be a little bit closer. Jose Delgado minus 180. Hyder Emil plus 150. Vivian Aruja plus 205. Tracy Cortez minus 250. Terrence McKinney minus 185 plus 154 for Slava Claus, and I think that's a steal. That's my lock of the night right there. McKee minus 155, plus 140 for Srike Dumas. Denise is a minus 305. I'm a little surprised by that. Plus 245 for Hines, and then oh my goodness, Jacoby Smith minus 1800, and Nico Price is a plus 1000.
What dang? That's like crazy. I would
Yeah.
bet on that.
No, yeah, probably not a good idea. But there you have it. This fight card is absolutely stacked. We hope you all join, watch it. It's going to be a pretty amazing fight card. Drop a comment. Tell me what your picks are. Milo, do you have a last word? All right, we're out.